What's up, guys? Welcome to the second official episode of Carlos Garage. Super stoked, super happy about the turnout for the first video. And the first thing I want to say genuinely is thank you to everyone who was able to take out of their time to at least watch the video, but let alone like it, share it, subscribe, comment. I mean, we were receiving love from Poland. I mean, it was amazing. To me, there was nothing more filling than being able to see that type of love and support out of our first video. And it was very motivational for me. I'm feeling super optimistic and I'm feeling super positive about this whole deal. So I really appreciate everyone once again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't say it enough. And we're gonna keep it moving. So a little bit about the first video. It really was a video for me to express or show you guys who I am as a person, kind of introduce myself, talk about my roots, talk about my support system, and just to give a couple cold hard facts about who I am as a person, and just to show you guys like I'm just a humble guy, I'm a normal guy, and I really want to go through this whole process and learn and bring you guys along for the journey. So that was really what the first video was all about. This video is going to be about us introducing the 1992 Honda Civic Vx, and that way you guys can get a look and get a feel for what the base platform is that we're starting with. I'm really confident about it. I'm really optimistic about it, and I'm looking forward to the journey, and hopefully you guys will continue this journey with me, and we'll see where it takes us. All right, guys, so getting into the car, it is a 1992 Honda Civic Vx. It is a hatchback, obviously. If you know me, I've always really been drawn to the hatchbacks, whether that's an EG or an EK. I don't know, just something about the hatchbacks that just, calls my attention more than anything else. I have had coupes in the past. I love the coupes. Obviously, the Silver Bullet was a great car. I've had coupes before the Silver Bullet as well, but hatchbacks for me they're just different, right? And they just hit a different way. So a little bit about the car. First thing we should talk about, obviously, we're going to start from the ground up with the wheel setup. The wheels that it has are Koenig wheels. They're 15x7 plus 35 offset wheels. The tires are Neogen tires, 205 50/15s. So they're a little bit of a beefy tire, but I kind of like it. It kind of gives the car like a sporty, kind of racy look. And I have been thinking about if we want to maybe later in the future get some spacers to kind of make it look more aggressive. I like the car looking aggressive. On the Silver Bullet, I think we had 20mm spacers in the rear, and I think we had like 10 or 5mm spacers in the front. So if you know me, I like the aggressive, racy, sporty look. That's just been me. So not really into the whole stance thing, but everyone has their cup of tea, right? So the brake setup right now in the front, obviously it's got the stock brakes, the factory caliper brakes. In the rear, it is the drum brake setup. So we'll probably look at that later in the future, maybe do some upgrades there. You guys tell me what you think, what I should set up. I've had different brake setups in the past. I've seen EG hatches with EK front and rear disc brakes. The Silver Bullet had Willwood disc brakes in the front and rear, which we fabricated the brackets for the rear just to make them fit. So I don't really know. The car has a couple spoon parts on it, which we'll go over here in a second. So maybe we get some spoon brakes or something like that. I mean, who knows? The sky's the limit, right? So for right now, though, I'm going to keep those stock brakes on it, and then we're going to figure out what direction we want to go. So a little bit more about the car. Obviously, I want to go back through all the bushings. I want to go back through, the wheel hubs, the bearings and stuff like that. The front control arms, I want to go through the camber kit, see what we can end up doing there. And then in the rear, I might have to look at the trail arms and stuff like that. But the car did come with a lot of goodies, which makes me super happy. I'm super stoked about it. It came with BC Racing coilovers, so they're like 30 level adjustable coilovers. They're really in great shape too. I mean, the car rides like a dream right now with the tire setup and the stance. It just rides super clean, almost like a new car, almost. But yeah, the rear has the lower control arms, their ASR lower control arm setup has the ASR subframe brace and the bar as well. And then in the front, we do have the spoon strut bar. Once we start talking about putting power down and all that stuff, I might look at traction bar setup, something like that, to just really reinforce the front end and make the car ride better. But right now, 96 horsepower. I mean, we don't really need a traction setup right now. I have plenty of traction. So if you know, you know. All right, guys. So as you guys saw the car, right? I know what you're asking yourself. What the hell are these things right here? I asked myself the same question when I first saw the car. I don't really know, to answer your question. When I got the car, the moldings came with it. I think they're slim moldings. I know there's a page on Instagram that I think it's Mard Body. They make slim moldings. I don't know that they made these particular slim moldings, but they make, like, you know, carbon fiber Kevlar, I think, slim moldings and stuff, which actually look really good. For me though, like, I'm not a fan of like the chrome mixed with the black and stuff like that. Like, I'm not a fan of it. But everyone has their own style, right? So what we want to do is eventually, once we start talking about paint and body and all that good stuff, we want to try to shave the moldings, obviously, and then just get rid of them. I've always been the type that I like to shave moldings. I think it just looks cleaner. The car looks a lot sleeker, but that's my personal opinion, right? But tell me what you guys think. I really wanted to show you guys that because I've never seen any moldings like this before. This was the first car I had ever seen something like that on. They're definitely not factory moldings, so I don't really know what was going on there. On the other side of the car, it is missing the moldings for the fenders, the front fender on that side, and it looks like the door was already shaved. So I don't really know how that happened. I think it might have been that maybe the car was hit in the passenger right side, and then they replaced the fender and the door, and then got it repainted. But I'm not 100% sure. When I bought the car, I didn't really ask a lot of questions. I was just really stoked about how clean the car was, and it being a 33-year-old car, you know, it's hard to find a 33-year-old car in this condition. So I was super stoked about it. So anyways, enough about the moldings. Talking about the side mirrors, like I said, the car came with a lot of good goodies that I'm going to be able to save a lot of money on. The carbon fiber mirrors, JDM carbon fiber mirrors. They did a carbon fiber radio antenna delete, and then they also did the carbon fiber duckbill as well. So if you know cars, if you know Hondas, if you know EG hatches, I just saved myself probably, you know, a couple $100 right there. And I'm super stoked about the fact that I don't have to go and buy those pieces for it. It already comes with the car. All right, guys, so as far as the tints, we're probably definitely going to get rid of the tints. I've never really been a tinted window guy unless it's like SUVs and stuff like that. For all my Hondas, I try to do the glass house effect on it just to make sure that, you know, people can get a glimpse of me. Wow. And also the interior, make sure. If you know me, I'm a little bit of a show off, so just a little bit more about me. But yeah, anyways, moving on. As far as paint, what we want to do is probably, well, first of all, we need to find somebody who does paint and body here in the Atlanta area. So if you know somebody, please let me know. Drop a comment below. Someone who does solid paint work. We're not looking for, you know, anything orange peel or anything like that. We don't want runs or anything like that. I do know paint and body because I've been around it for a while, working with my brother and stuff like that. So we want to make sure we get a nice, tight, clean paint job on the hatch. And that's probably what we're going to work towards here in the near future, because I really would like for the paint to be set, and then we can work on everything else after that. So that might be a little bit, I'm very picky. That's one thing you guys are going to notice as well. I'm very picky, very detail oriented. So I want to make sure that we're making this thing look as clean as possible. So we'll figure that part out. I don't know what color I want to paint it. So let me know what you think, what color I should paint it. I'm not going to tell you which way I'm leaning. You guys will just have to find out as far as that's concerned. But I do like the white. So that's all I'll say. Anyways, moving on. So just talking a little bit about the motor. It's a stock D16 Z1. It's got the stock intake on it, stock intake manifold, even stock headers, It's got all the normal working sensors, no check engine lights or anything. I think really the only things that were changed were like, you know, the NGK spark plug wires. I think it has little subtle details like the spoon oil cap, spoon radiator cap, and then the spoon strut bar as well, which actually I kind of like the strut bar. I'll probably keep that going forward. The biggest thing about the motor is, number one right now, the gas mileage. I think it gets somewhere like 38 miles to the gallon, which is crazy, unheard. And then the AC as well. It has cold AC, so I'm definitely going to be enjoying that within the next couple months. If you know Georgia, it gets hot, it gets muggy, kind of like how it is out there in Florida. And if you don't got AC, you get in these cars and you start sweating up. You can't be fresh and drive a car without AC. So if you know me, I'm trying to stay cool, collective, and fresh. All right, guys. So as far as the interior is concerned, I'm super happy with the interior and the way it looks. If I was to rate the interior, I'd probably say it's probably like a 8.5 out of 10, but let me know if I'm wrong on that. I think it's super clean. The dash is super in shape. You can tell it's really, really crispy. The door panels are in shape. The headliner and the visors and stuff like that, everything looks really, really good. The only thing is the driver's seat has a little bit of a tear. It looks like it was patched up in the past. So that's the only thing that I would say probably out of the interior. The climate control does work. It's fully functional. The factory radio does work. There's no sound that comes out of the radio, so I'm assuming probably when they did the antenna delete, the speakers aren't capturing the radio, or maybe the radio station's not coming through, but I'm thinking about trying to figure that out. I definitely want to keep the factory radio because I just like how it goes with the dash and stuff, so definitely going to keep that. As far as the cluster, it's the original cluster. It says 166,000 miles on it. I don't think those are original miles. I think maybe the motor has been rebuilt before, maybe the head has been recon, but nonetheless, it is the original factory speedometer or cluster, and it came with a car. So I'll probably end up leaving that there for a little while. Maybe later on we might look at doing like an SIR cluster or something like that, but for right now I'll probably keep that in there. All right, guys, thank you guys for joining on the second video of Gallo's Garage. We really appreciate it, and we hope that you guys were able to enjoy the content. This is the 1992 Honda Civic. This is the first project. This is the beginning of a long, great journey. And we're super motivated, super stoked about the car. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and let us know what you guys think. When I say that, I truly, genuinely mean it. I really want to hear from you guys. I really want to hear what you guys think, so that we can build this car collectively together. So thank you. That's it for this video, but join us on the next video of Gallo's Garage.